Hey Taurus, I started doing your video and I started yawning and I was like, no. So we're gonna do it over. Though there's a few things that I still want to say of Mars moving into your sign, Uranus in your sign, lots of heavy earth and air placements right now. And as much as you might feel like you know what to say, you have the answers, it's not necessarily time for you to be speaking about them in terms of family or in terms of just do your Taurus thing where you sit back and really just look at people, observe, and know that as much as they think they know, and as much as you know, they don't. And you do your Taurus thing where you kind of just sit back and are like, I don't know, but that's okay. Not that you don't know, it's just not, you're still gaining insight about certain things about yourself. And you do have a lot to say, and everyone else thinks they know because Mars is in Taurus and they think they know what you know, but they don't. And so they're not going to listen either, and you know that very well yourself. So your driving force here, the Chariot, you, the Hierophant, the Moon, and the Nine of Swords here. And then we have the Six of Pentacles and the Eight of Wands. So really what this is you learning that just because you know what to say, just because you may know what to even do, it's really only to focus that stuff on yourself. To keep the focus on the body that you're moving, the vessel, the purpose, and getting really clear about those undertones, because you know what it takes when you're ready to move on something like you have been moving, when you're really ready and you know it's going to start picking up pace, and it may have already for some of you Tauruses out there. This could also be obviously Taurus moon, Taurus rising. Is the moons are giving you much insight about yourself. And if there's a Cancer in your life, Cancer and Pisces coming up really strong. If there's a Cancer in your life, they're very helpful. They're very helpful to your situation. Nine of Swords, Six of Pentacles, Eight of Wands. When I say don't speak too quickly, don't move too quickly in terms of anything outside of yourself, that doesn't mean don't do anything. That just means don't run yourself into a wall. Don't go so fast, so quickly off of impulse just because Mars is in your sign. Because you're gaining a lot of insight just by sitting back and also focusing on what you need to do, on your vessel, on your chariot. What's going to reveal itself, and what may have already revealed itself to some of you, is through this insight, through this intuition, high intuition coming your way, high psychicness coming your way, even more so, is not only what you've been holding on to, but what those around you have been holding on to. This is you finding and seeing that when you really see yourself, so much is attracted to you as well. Like so many people, different romantic interests, different people want to work with you. When you don't go looking for the attention, it comes to you. And I know that's a little bit of a read, and that's not just you, but that's also the feeling of Capricorn season as well. There's power, there's play, but there's also ego behind it, and it shows us where our ego is and where it needs to be checked. We need our ego. I'm not one of those spiritual people that say, throw away your ego. That's not truth. We fucking know that. I have a Taurus ascending, so this reading is all, know that when I'm reading this, I'm also reading myself, not just reading for you. It's this you focusing on you, revealing how strong you are. Also, there might be a Capricorn checking for you, or a Leo. You're bringing a lot of focus to yourself just by doing what you do, just by being who you are. And what you're seeing is not only the road ahead and what you're building, though you're learning to trust this feeling that you're beginning to, that you've gotten for a long time, though it's this beginning in the sense that you now understand that no one can really push you anyway. No one can really tell you what to do. And you see that being stuck and feeling hopeless isn't really your style. You're too strong for that. Your strength is not only in that you have such a strong physical body, though it's knowing how to use that and how to navigate your vessel. And when you sit back and harness all of this energy that you might want to be putting and saying and doing, when you focus on your lane and what you need to do, it will also, that's the energy that you start to create. Therefore, whatever relationships or things that weren't used to that side of you, it's learning to break those patterns. So you may not think that you're doing for other people when you do that, but you are. And you know that. And it's not that you don't, of course you want to call bullshit, and it's more important to do that with yourself right now. And if there is a Leo or a Capricorn in your life, it's a good thing. And maybe you want to accept those offers. Accept that offer if you want to. And yeah, I'd say so. I'd say go for it. That they seem like a really playful person too. They're not just, something to look at. They seem to have everything going for them. So if that does happen to you by the end of the month, or happen to come into your life, I'd say take the offering, again, from the place of you knowing yourself, from the place of understanding that, yes, a little attention is not, there's nothing wrong with it, but it's also you saying yes to something on your own terms because you've sat back and waited and you've decided to allow the moons to show you what and where things get a little sticky. Then things quickly move through what you've been holding on to because you gain insight about it, which allows you to quickly go inside and kind of maneuver your internal working. And that helps everything that you do. That helps your career, that helps your relationships without having to directly communicate with them. Mars is communicating with you, and the way to play that out is to use that Chariot card being the first card and the Hierophant, you coming out right away, is really just pulling me in. And if there's a Pisces in your life that just can't get out of their head and can't get out of their own way, again, that's not up to you. That's not up to you to pull them out. It's not up to, go ahead, say what you want to say if you want to say it. Just know that it might not get you anywhere right now. The best thing to do is maybe to take some space. Yeah, because it's not going to come out the right way possibly, and it might cause a little bit more disruption than you wanted. So that's that. But just know that by the end of the month, everything's going to kind of come, you'll understand why you've needed to sit in the seat that you're in. And again, this is going to be something you're going to come back to for the next 6 months while Mars is in your sign. And Uranus lighting you up as well. By your season, there will be a full circle understanding of what the hell you're learning, because it's a lot. And it's so necessary, and you're so needed. I really love you guys a lot. And I see what you're doing, and I see what we're doing. And it's really important that that purpose and knowing what you know and putting it into work, putting it into use in your own life right now is the most important thing. There's so much more I can say, and I just want to talk to you guys forever, honestly. I might even pull a couple of the bottom of the deck for you guys. Yeah. Just a lot of goodness. A lot of revealing to yourself how capable you are. You know that you're capable, but more than ever, you're going to know how capable you are of getting so much done. Because when you know what you want, and you know that there are results, and you know that you gain results along the way, it's so fucking beautiful and fun. You're gonna have fun doing it too. And it's there's a lot of hard work to do, don't get me wrong, but you're gonna find a way to, you love when you prove to yourself that you can do what you know other people don't expect you to do or don't want you to do. So with the Venusian signs, and this goes for Libras as well, when people like seeing you guys stuck, because there's already a sense of hating on you just because you're you. Honestly, there's a few signs that really comes out, but you two are two of them. But being those Venusian signs, when you're ready and you see that something's worth going after and worth starting and putting your energy into, then you quickly get out of all of the unhealthy things that have kept you held back. And you move forward, and you're not afraid to rise up. And if you look around and people aren't willing to rise up with you, you're not going to try to drag them either. I can't say the same for Libras, but you're not going to try to drag them. You're not going to try to, change. You're just going to keep going. And that's what you're going to keep doing. You're going to keep going. And it's beautiful. And I'm so excited for you. Ugh. This is amazing. Lots of learning too. And you reveal to yourself how strong, how capable, how resilient, how just amazing it is. And you know what it takes, and you have what it takes. So I'm going to be watching and doing it with you. I love you guys. We'll take a look at the cards. If you want to work with me one-on-one, just check out the information below. More to come on that as well. I've been working on a couple things, so we'll see. And yeah, cool. I hope you have a beautiful rest of your month. Bye, Taurus. Hi, Taurus. So it's this month for you so far, and I know it's mid-January already, but it's very clear that, or what's become clear to me through these readings is like the top row is kind of what you're setting out to do. The middle row is this kind of challenge of like how to move forward. And the bottom row is like what's showing you what's moving into the next month, or moving into like what can kind of conclude and come together. So this is about you really finding purpose and being exactly who you are. And what do I mean by that? It's that you have a chance to really harness how to navigate your intuition through your body and how to navigate your purpose. And it shows up in the moon. That there's this intuition that you might have been, that has been blocked possibly. Excuse me. And whatever is keeping you, stuck or in your head quickly can change now. Quickly can, already has begun to change for some of you. Excuse me, hold on. I have a little tickle. So quickly things can move, and it's just learning to harness this part of you that, again, we talked about. It's more about movement through what you're doing for who you are, and only speaking when necessary, only allowing, like speaking in terms of doing your work, doing what you need to do, and focus on yourself. This is very much about a very personal reading. And your relationships will grow stronger, but then it will also show you what you've been holding on to, what this change needs to happen in order to move with yourself in a different way. It's like a lot of the black and whites that a lot of people were once used to have gotten shaken up. So the black and whites are asking where to place them next. And I'm not saying everything's black and white, but we can be black and white about things that we do need to hold on to, things that we do need to set boundaries about. So it's important for you to notice that what's illuminating is what you have been working through and how far you've come. And that's as only this outcome can become very amazing. You could meet someone, a masculine figure who also is very open, also working on themselves. And it could be, Leo is coming up strong, also Taurus, you are the Taurus, also Capricorn. So and Gemini as well. So there's a potential there. With this person, they might, and by the end of the month, this person may come through, or it's starting to, or for some of you, beginning to happen. Though the way this is moving is it's really coming back to yourself. It's really coming back to this place of being in the driver's seat, even though you're in, we're all in this mysterious place. The thing that helps ground you during the mystery is knowing what stabilizes you. Truth, respect, listening. This is like a deep listening for you. And at the bottom of the deck, we have the Three of Wands. So it's about setting out not saying much, but setting out on furthering your path. Even though it seems like you're just beginning, you're actually in this really sweet spot that, and again, things can really move quickly now. And have some fun. The Devil being the last card is to show you that and being it next to the King of Cups is that there is a way to balance the ego. There's a way to be smart, honest, all of the things, and there's still a way to balance the fact that your ego is needed, but not always necessary in every moment. So you could be revealing to yourself how much you're preparing for change and how much respect you've gained for yourself and how much you're able to hold it all together. Not in a way that you're like about to crumble, but like actually hold it together and do your thing and have fun as well. So whatever the middle of the month right now, you might be going through that challenging time. Work with me one-on-one below. More to come on that. Things will be changing very soon, probably most likely in February. Yeah, Taurus, this is amazing. Lots of growth. I love you. See you next month.